moving to our second part of this today's program. In the beginning of second part, there will be a formal session. We are so proud and thankful that our chief guest, Mr. Salahuddin Kasem Khan, Managing Director, AK Khan and Company, has arrived. He is among us. Thank you very much, sir. As I have told you about the profiles of our other guests, I'll take you through the profile of Mr. Khan. Mr. Salahuddin Kasem Khan is a pioneer industrialist and development thinker in Bangladesh, who is also the chairman of Ports Bangladesh, chairman of AK Khan Jute Mills, and director of Bengal Fisheries Limited, chairman of AK Khan Pen Fabric Company Limited. He is former chairman of Actel Bangladesh. He is at present honorary consul general of Turkey. But for us, above everything, he is always a trusted friend of CIU. He has always extended his support, help for CIU. Thank you so very much, sir. So all our guests, our guest of honor today, EST-CDT Chairman Abdul Hai Sarkar is here among us. Our chief guest, Mr. Salahuddin Kasem Khan, is here among us. The chairman of the next session, the chairman of BOT CIU, Mr. Tauhid Samad sir, is among us. And of course, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Chittagong Independent University is here from the very beginning. I would request all the guests and our VC sir to come on stage and have their seats, please. Still standing and roaming around, I request you all to have a seat and stay calm and quiet. Thank you, sir. Now, on behalf of CIU, floral reception for our wonderful, excellent, incredible guests today. Vice Chancellor, sir, will hand over the flower bouquet to our guests. Thank you. Students, can you please stop talking? Independent University, a crest for our chief guest today, Salahuddin, and the pioneer and game changer. They have built the future of Bangladesh. Sir, please. The crest for our chief guest, Salahuddin Kasem Khan. You, the students in your youth, in your early 20s, you may not, etc., 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 lots of negative publicity. And people like Salahuddin Kasem Khan and the other people who are sitting here in front of you, they took the challenge and they have built the path for you. Now that it is very smooth for us, and the rest to carry on the light forward and really making Bangladesh proud, that's your responsibility. Thank you, sir. I request our Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Mahfuzul Haq Choudhury, to come here and say the welcome speech.
Thank you. Honorable Chair of this August program, the CIU Day, our beloved Chairman of Chittagong Independent University's Board of Trustees, Mr. Tohid Samar, Honorable Guest of Honor, Chairman of CIU's sponsoring organization, ESTCDT, Mr. Abdul Hai Sarkar. Today's program's honorable chief guest, the pride of Bangladesh, the pride of Chittagong, the pioneering industrial corporate house of the nation, the Aga Khan Group's current MD, Mr. Salahuddin Qasim Khan, my colleagues and my dear students, today is a special occasion for me since becoming the Vice Chancellor of this university. Today is the occasion, grand occasion, when I have the opportunity to meet the students, to meet the faculty, along with our Honorable Chair of the BOT and ESTCDT Chairman and special guest Mr. Salahuddin Qasim Khan. This is a special occasion for me because I joined the academia in the beginning of my life, giving up the government position, appointment that I got through the Public Service Commission. I decided to join the university, and my lifelong ambition was to become a full professor of a university. With that ambition, I tried to promote myself with my advanced degree from an American university and then postdoctoral research, etc. I had never in my mind the idea of becoming a vice chancellor either of a public university or of a private university. But because of these feelings of some of my senior friends who happen to be the members of CIU's BOT, they and some of my admirers, they motivated me to accept the position of Vice Chancellor at CIU. But the very moment I decided to join the university as a Vice Chancellor, my mission, my objective was determined right at this moment that I would lift, I will upgrade the position of Vice Chancellor at CIU. Even if I would have the opportunity or decision to become Vice Chancellor of Chittagong University, or for that matter any university in Bangladesh, my objectives would remain same, that the position of Vice Chancellor would not lift me. Rather, I would lift the position of Vice Chancellor of any university anywhere in Bangladesh. With this predetermined goal, since my joining of the university, I did not spend a single minute, a single day, a single week or a single month. It is not even a full year that I have completed my job. I have accomplished lots of things that you have seen, my students have seen, my colleagues have seen, my chairman of the BOT and my honorable members of the BOT, they all have seen what we have achieved in these 8 months and 15 days. My objective is to take it to a level where no other university, not in Chittagong, but also in Bangladesh, shall be able to compete with us. We have a supersonic speed. We have already acquired that speed, and inshallah we'll keep up this. We'll go ahead with this speed. Our university has already have certain unique strengths which are not comparable to any other university in Chittagong or in Dhaka, only except IUB. Because let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, to my knowledge, and it is open to challenge from anyone that CIU and IUB, these are two universities. My experience says, at least at CIU, that no trustee, those who have donated their money, time and energy to build up this university have not taken a single penny back from this university. This is unique. And having this backing of these great people of our time, who has dedicated their wealth, who has dedicated their time, who has dedicated their ideas to build up excellent center of excellence for higher education, one in Dhaka and one in Chittagong, especially at the juncture of our history when people are leaving Chittagong. The people from Chittagong who were traditional entrepreneurs, the multinational corporations whose headquarters are located in Chittagong since the British period, have even decided to transfer their head office or headquarters to Dhaka. At this moment, these people, mostly from Dhaka and some of them from Chittagong, they have decided to build up a university in Chittagong in which they have no other vested interest rather than to promote the academic atmosphere, opening the door of academic opportunity for our future generation. That is their only hope, only objective, that our future generation will get world-class education sitting at Chittagong. While having this opportunity, this strength, this university cannot be stopped by any other circumstances, any other obstacles, or any other barriers. We are on the way. We have taken off from the runway and we are flying. Our next strength is our core faculty. Our core faculty members, they are so dedicated. They did not take their salary even for some time. They are so committed to the cause of this university that the university owes them many payables, but still they are happy. They have dedicated their time to provide informed knowledge to our students, to our future generations. So I congratulate my colleagues. Next, I must mention the dedicated employees, beginning from the floor workers to the registrar, acting registrar. All of them are dedicated officers and staffs of our university. They don't care for any adversities. They have taken it as a mission. And above all, our most important source of energy, strength, hope is our students. Our students are the best students. Our students, I believe, through this university education, we will achieve the height of their education level of their knowledge, which would never be challenged by anyone else of their same group. So with this strength, nobody, no circumstances, no adversaries can stop us, could stop our speed of flying through the ages. My dear friends and colleagues and students, now we have certain limitations too. We have to overcome these limitations. While our business school is what I say is the diamond in the crown of Chittagong Independent University, in terms of its faculty, in terms of its students and everything. But our engineering school is the second most important school of our university, where we need to build up world-class laboratories, to produce world-class students. We need to have world-class laboratories. And I can assure you, my students, my faculty members and prospective students and faculty members, that our ESTP chairman, new chairman and our BOT chairman, they are highly committed to the cause of Chittagong Independent University. And I believe very soon they are going to give us a grant of a significant amount of money to build up our laboratories. And I can assure you in return that in very limited period of time, the Chittagong Independent University shall be able to regenerate that fund, not only to regenerate that fund, but also will be able to create more funds to create more laboratories on their own. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the right track. With this award, I would welcome you to the cultural program of this university, a CIU Day program, when my colleagues requested me to hire some artists from outside. I said, during the time of my period in Chittagong Independent University, I have come to know that our students are the best singers, our students are the best performers. Nobody can outsmart them. So, our students will perform, and I would request our guest of honor, chief guest and our chairman to kindly attend and watch our students' performance later on today. With this word, I conclude my speech. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you very much.
I would request the chairman of ESTCDT, Abdul Hai Sarkar, our guest of honor today, to come here and give the speech, please.
The Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Salahuddin Kashim Khan, Chairman POT Chittagong, Mr. Tawhid Samad, also Vice Chancellor, Chittagong IUB, Professor Mafuzul Haq Chaudhary, and our fellow Board of Trustees sitting in front of us, and my dear students, parents, and distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon to all of you. In fact, I was not supposed to come in here, but our Chairman Chittagong Board of Trustees, Mr. Tawhid Samad, insisted on coming, because just recently I have become your chairman of ESTCDT. Then he inspired me to come, and I am really honored and really pleased to be part of you on your day-long celebration of CIU Day. And I wish all of you enjoy the rest of the program after this session is over. This kind of assemblies once in a year will really help us to promote, to exchange ideas, interact with the Chittagong elites as well as members of civil society, faculty members, board of trust, and it really enhances your wisdom level and also learning level. Because when some gap exists in between students and faculty members and within the department, then sometimes a gap is not very good thing. That is why you must have developed very close understanding and cooperation between the department, between the civil society here, and faculty members of the Board of Trustees. So it is one of the rare occasion I am really proud of being here as part of you this afternoon today. Actually, this kind of interaction also reduces the gap exists sometime between faculty members and students. So I hope this kind of gathering once in a year always help to promote right educational atmosphere, also right teaching to the students. And definitely it is always good for our institute as well. And this is a good occasion to invite the Chittagong elites also to come in here and make them familiarize with the activities of the Chittagong IUB. As all of you know, ESTCDT is the mother trust of both universities in Dhaka and Chittagong. And Dhaka IUB Independent University has already established as one of the world-class university in Bangladesh among the private universities. And as being the chairman of EST CDT, I can assure you that the EST CDT will always endeavor its utmost to promote and to give due importance and the importance to Chittagong IUB. And we also pretty soon, Chittagong IUB also will come up is one of the internationally reputed universities in the commercial hub of Bangladesh, Chittagong. And we will always try our best to stay beside you, to help you, to help the faculty members, also our Chittagong Board of Trustees, member of the Board of Trustees here in Chittagong. I am sure they also give a lot of time to enhance the teaching level in history, standard of teaching level in Chittagong IUB. So I am very confident about this. And lastly, I like to invite the elites and affluent members of the Chittagong civil society to come forward with their supportive hands to help us to promote it and to bring it to the level of Dhaka IUB as well, because these two organs of the EST CDT is equally important to all its members and all its board members. So we will leave no stone unturned to promote you as good as we do in Dhaka as well. So, one of my good friend Tobi Samad, already very closely connected with this university from its very inception. And by this time he has already become champion of promoting new universities. He has vast experience in Dhaka. I am sure, as being your board of chairman here, under his guidance and leadership, I am sure this university also will establish pretty soon as one of the world-class university in Bangladesh as well as globally. So I once again like to thank all my dear students. Please encourage others, newcomers, to join you in this IUB, so that we want to see that the number of students here also become a few thousand. Right now I think not too many, but I wish that pretty soon by your promotion, your brother, your sister, I am sure will love to enrich themselves in Chittagong IUB. And I am sure you are the most privileged students, I have to say that, because you have been taught by a very renowned faculty members of Bangladesh who teach in here. I am sure they impart the proper education to groom up your career and future. With this few words, I once again wish you a lot of enjoyment in the rest of the events followed by this session. So, wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Special thanks when you mentioned that the equal attention will be given to CIU same as IUB. Because in Bangladesh everything is too much centralized, and people sitting in Dhaka sometimes forget us, overlook us. So thank you so much for mentioning that particularly. Dear students of CIU, you are not keeping your promises. In the beginning you have promised that you will uphold the values of CIU. And the CIU value says that when the encouraging learning speeches are here, you are talking. So please keep calm and quiet. I'm going to request our chief guest, Mr. Salahuddin Qasim Khan, to come here. You don't know that the Bangladesh which was once termed as bottomless basket, the people like Salahuddin Qasim Khan has turned it is like a U-turn. And now you know that Bangladesh is an emerging economy in a global perspective. Keep quiet. Please listen to him. Sir, Salahuddin Qasim Khan, please come here.
Professor Mahfuzul Haq Chaudhary, Janab Tawheed Samad, Chairman of IUB, Abdul Hai Sarkar, Chairman of the Trust, distinguished members of the faculty of CIU, my dear students, the parents, and distinguished members of the Board of Governors of CIU. This is the first time I learned that CIU is not a profit, it's a non-profit organization, and I think the people involved in this should be given a big hand of applause. Because usually we who come from business are more profit-oriented. But when those same people who have made very successful business lives, they feel that they have to return to society what they have got from society. So, especially when you reach a certain age, when you will also reach a certain age, you would want to give back. Because it is this country who has given us so much. The opportunities that we have here today are tremendous. When I was your age, we were also doing well. But I think Bangladesh will do much better in the future because you are the future, we are the past. Our generation maybe have been able to lay the foundation of what Bangladesh should be. But you are the ones who will take it to the next level. And that can only happen if you have the right education and the right skills. Skills is very important. Just having education may not be good enough. You must have the right skills in your life. And this is a continuous process. I was recently in Singapore where they announced their new educational policies, how to tackle the new technologies which are going to emerge in the future, the disruptive technologies which will make the older occupations maybe irrelevant. I mean, your generation must know the cutting edge technologies of the digital age. Otherwise, you will be left behind. The old professionals, like lawyers, doctors, also have to change their mindset, and they must be attuned in what is happening in the developed economies of the world. And at your level, at the undergraduate level, I think you should have a wider, interest, not just limited to a certain subject you want to specialize in. I think you must know history, you must know mathematics, English, economics, and at the master stage, you can specialize. I think it's important that even if you are a scientist, you must know history, philosophy, apart from science. Because life is not just mathematics or physics or chemistry. In life, you must be able to converse you are now going to become international citizens. When you grow up, the world will be, when you get into your professional lives, the world will be a different place to both live and work in. It is, as they are saying, the post-industrial age. And Bangladesh, being wedged between two super economies of the world, China and India, there is no way but to go to the top. Recently there was a study done by the London School of Economics which said that the world center of economic growth is presently in the Gulf of Persian Gulf. By 2050 it will be over the Bay of Bengal. This is a very important research done by the London School of Economics, and I think Bangladesh will be at the apex of that growth triangle. And Chittagong will play a catalytic role in the future century. You know, when the British were looking to establish their first base in India, they were looking for Chittagong. They made a navigational error and went up to the Hooghly River and established Calcutta. So there was an opportunity for Chittagong to become the capital of British India. Maybe it's good we didn't become the capital of British India, because Calcutta today is not one of the shining examples, unfortunately. In India, it is more Mumbai and the Silicon Valley in India, in Bangalore. Calcutta has really fallen back. And I believe Bangladesh will surpass Calcutta in the future. And it is on your shoulders this transition has to take place. Chittagong is unique that it is a port city, one of the oldest port cities in Asia, much older than Calcutta or Mumbai or Karachi. A history of over 1400 years, one of the oldest port cities. I remember I went to Guangzhou, which is Canton, and in the museum I saw a Ming Dynasty trade route. And in Indian subcontinent, it showed Chittagong, then down to Sri Lanka, to Calicut, and then to the Middle East. So Chittagong historically has been a repository of world trade and culture. It has had people coming from all over the world, and it was the richest country in the world when the British entered this nation. The East India Company were transferring nearly 4 million pounds from the Diwani of Bengal. Of course, it is not Bangladesh. The Diwani of Bengal comprised of Bengal, Bihar and Orissa, 1/4 of India. And Robert Clive, when he entered the treasury of Murshidabad after defeating Siraj-ud-Dawla, the Nawab of Bengal, do you know how much money he personally took from the treasury of Bengal? 235,000 pounds, which in today's currency would be 50 million pounds. He was the richest man in England. When the British came, our weavers used to produce the finest textiles in the world, the muslin. And our weavers had a higher standard of living than the British weavers, because our fabrics were the best fabrics in the world. 1,000 years ago, the Roman historian Pliny complained that the citizens of Rome were spending all the gold for the fine muslins from Bengal. So that is the heritage that we have. Why do you think we are one of the leading exporters of fine garments and textiles? It is a genetic trait of our people. It has not come by chance. It is a skill which we have developed over a millennia. So when people say, how is it Bangladesh is going to be the first country in the world in textiles, I think that it has to be, because we were a country which has produced the finest textiles in the world. I will not prolong my speech, but to say that you are entering a different period of world politics. I think you can see there is a dynamic shift in the world politics, and we must be aware of the challenges which face countries like Bangladesh. Our economy, how is it going to be reflected in the future? You have seen the whole of the European concept is at the point of, a crisis with the exit of the UK, the Brexit. That has affected other European nations, and there's a question mark whether Europe will overcome this crisis. So we are living in very difficult times, and so you must be able to adapt to the challenges of the future, particularly the economic challenges which will be emanating in the future with the structural changes in the world which is to come. I will not prolong my speech, but to say, in life, adopt the maxim of knock and ye shall enter, seek and ye shall find. Every opportunity of life is a God-given opportunity. Grasp it. Always take an opportunity and see what you can do with that opportunity, because that opportunity could be a most important event in your life. I'll tell you an example. I was traveling in Malaysia I was taking a flight to Kuala Lumpur airport, and on the way I told my wife, can we make a stop for half an hour? There was this Office of Telecom Malaysia on the way, and somebody said there might be opportunity for telecommunication joint venture with the Malaysians. And I did make that stop for half an hour, and that turned out to be the most important business meeting of my life. I know my wife was not very happy sitting in that car for over half an hour, but I'm very happy. I'm sure she's very happy what we have achieved over the years. So always take that opportunity. You never know what is there for you. And finally, I would like to end with a quotation from the Holy Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, what he said about knowledge. I quote, acquire knowledge, it distinguished right from wrong, it lighted the way to heaven, it is our friend in the desert and our companion when friendless, it sustaineth us in misery, it is an ornament amongst friends and an armor against enemies. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you.
It is a learning experience listening to your words. In his speech, Sir has it was a blend of history, geography, politics, business, and sort of a guideline for future. I just hope that our students has got the essence and the message of the speech. Thank you so very much. Now I'm going to request the chairman of today's session, the chairman of BOT Chittagong Independent University, the industrialist, the freedom fighter, Mr. Tauhid Samad, to come here with the concluding speech.
Or indirectly belong to the CIU family. Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon, CIU family. Let me begin my deliberations as the chairman of this particular session. Along with my Vice Chancellor, I have the privilege and the honor of welcoming you all to this grand CIU Day, CIU 2017. Particularly, I would like to welcome once again our chief guest, Mr. Salahuddin Qasim Khan, and the chairman of the Education, Scientific, Technology, Cultural Development Trust, acronym ESTCDD, to have joined me in coming to Chittagong. I would ask all of you to give them a big hand. Let me, as chairman of this session, thank the Vice Chancellor and all those who have been organizing this grand occasion. I must admit, so far it has been very good. I have enjoyed the lunch, and I'm sure my guests have also. And we look forward to the musical program that is going to follow. Now, having said that, let me now speak as the chairman of the BOT, the Board of Trust. As the chairman of ESTCTDD had already told you that both IUB and CIU are two sisters from the same mother. The mother being the ESTCTDD, the Foundation Trust, or the Mother Trust, and IUB and CIU are her daughters. It is therefore the intention of the Mother Trust that both her children grow up equally strong. And to do this, having done this work for IUB, Dhaka, I have been dispatched here to make CIU strong and stronger. Now, the question, you see, this always bothers you. Eta amra shobshomoy chinta kori je how am I going to do something different? So we have started this season, or our approach to CIU has been by bringing in, for the first time, a very, very reputed man as the Vice Chancellor of this organization. He is the captain of the ship. He will design and tell us how to take this ship forward, how to sail this ship. Amader Chittagong Independent Universities, most of you know, we have went through a lot of difficult time, but God willing, we have overcome. Amader immediate agenda হচ্ছে এখন the purchase of a land. I'm here today not only to attend this grand occasion, but also at the same time, kalke sokale we'll be having a board meeting where we will be discussing the procurement of land and how to move forward with the establishment of CIU on a firmer footing. But let me tell you this, আমি কিছু শেয়ার করি, একটা ইউনিভার্সিটি can only grow if there is the support from the community. আমরা continuously communityর সাথে exchange করছি. We are continuously trying to network with the community at our level. But most importantly, you, the students, are the ambassadors of the university. It is your networking which is most important for us. It is your word of mouth that is going to travel far and wide. We must understand this very clearly, that Chittagong Independent University is not a Chittagonian university. It is open to the entire country, it is open to the world. We must make this university a world-class university. I want students from India, from Burma, our close neighbors, Sri Lanka, should come to Chittagong Independent University. Now to do that, I would need your help. I'm speaking to you students who are gathered here this afternoon. I was talking to the Vice Chancellor a minute back, inquiring about the Alumni Association. So I think this is the first thing we have to set up, and if it is already there in some form or the other, we have to invigorate it, we have to make it come alive. So যারা তোমরা এখন ইউনিভার্সিটিতে আছো, whether you are in the first year, second year, third year, fourth year, I'm using the language that I used to use once upon a time in my days in the university. You have to get together. I'm going to ask tomorrow, we're going to make some kind of a committee where this is going to be initiated, and this alumni association must spearhead the growth of CIU. আমি in the meantime ঢাকাতে, unfortunately আমার এই ফোনটা sound is not coming out, তাহলে তোমাকে শোনাতাম the song that we have prepared for you, the alma mater song, যেটা inshallah very shortly I will bring it next time when I'm here. ওটা আমরা লিখেছি, কম্পোজ করেছি, ওটা আন্ডার অর্কেস্ট্রা আছে, মিউজিক ডিরেক্টর করছে। So very soon you will be a song that আমাদের জন্য আইবিতে গান আছে, the alma mater song, that is also coming to you very shortly, so that you can walk proud and feel good. So lots of things are happening, but as I said, more than anything else, I need you people to talk about CIU. I need your ideas. My ideas are old ideas, so I need new ideas. I need ideas of 2017. I need ideas for 2018. So think, and maybe we will organize some paper, Mr. Vice Chancellor, from the students, a seminar, how they would like to see CIU in the next 5 years. So I would like you to share your thoughts about how to grow CIU. So these are the two main things which I wanted to share with you about CIU. As you know, the chairman yesterday told you that that this is a non-profit organization. Truly, both Independent University of Bangladesh and the Chittagong Independent University is, in the true sense of the term, তোমরা যেখানে যাও, যেখানে you can say this is truly a non-profit organization. Every taka of this university is channeled back into the university. Every single taka. And we are very, very proud of that. Many universities say many things, but we really do what we say. So you can share this pride of your university with whoever you choose to. So আমি আশা করব যে তোমাদের সাথে আমাদের ইন্টারাকশন চলবে, and sooner or later, hopefully sooner, as soon as we buy and get hold of our land, I am even open to suggestions from you. If you have a piece of land somewhere, please let me know. If your uncle or your dad or your somebody along the lines who knows, whoever has a piece of land, let me know, because we are on the search. It is difficult. We are getting close, but it's still open. So if you have anybody who has a piece of land, you tell the Vice Chancellor or the administration, and we'll move forward on this, because we have to share everything. There is nothing secret in CIU, because this is with complete love that we have made this. So there will be no compromise at all. And we really wish that you become truly the ambassadors of Chittagong Independent University to the world. So before I conclude, I would also like to share a little thing about our chief guest here. You know, my father, he made the first private sector insurance company in Bangladesh, which is known as the Bangladesh General Insurance Company. উনি যখন এই organization করেন, তখন who do you think was the person who opened, who inaugurated the established of BGIC, I think it was 1980 or 85, I can't remember, somewhere around the 80s. It was none other than Mr. Salahuddin Kazim's father, Mr. A.K. Khan. So today I am also very happy to be in his company and share with you the times past. আজকে আমার আরেকটা জিনিস মনে হচ্ছে তোমাদের এই গ্যাদারিংয়ে is the time Abdullah Sharkar and myself used to spend time ঢাকা ইউনিভার্সিটির একটা ছিল তখন আমরা যখন ছিলাম তখন প্রথম হলো the TSC, Teacher Student Center. So this is that kind of a gathering I'm seeing here and it makes me feel very young today. I am with you and God bless you. Bhalo theko, be happy, be happy.
Thank you, sir. So your words were strong, powerful, encouraging, and the spirits of among us. While listening to Mr. Tawhid Samad, all of a sudden, I don't know why, নজরুলের দুটো লাইন আমার মনে পড়েছে। চির উন্নত মম শির, শিরিনে হারি আমারই নত শির ওই শিখর হিমাদ্রির বলবীর। আমরা সবাই, all the members of CIU family, with the support, help, guidance from ESTCDT, from BOT, CIU, and support from philanthropists like Salahuddin Kasim Khan sir, we all will reach to that level যেখানে আমরা সবাই বলতে পারি উন্নত মমশীল। সবাইকে অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ। The honorable guests, please be seated there, relax and get ready for a mesmerizing rocking performance by CIU artists. Thank you.